Hello folks. Hey, we just coming over to check out Aansly's mill to show you some of the beautiful tile and the work he's got going on there. Have to excuse me squinting my eyes, but man, the sun has really come out here from what we had earlier this morning from the rain. But man, that's the way it is out here in the Philippines. Pretty awesome though. We're gonna go head over to Aansly's site behind us and check out all the progress that's going on there. So follow along with me and let's go. Here's a shot of the actual, they're putting the ceiling in. You can see the drywall that's it's below me, the stacks, and that channel support they have there is for that holds those drywalls in place. But what's underneath it is interesting too, because you can see all the electrical conduit that's run through these ceilings for all the ceiling fans that you'll never see once everything's covered up. There's a ton of electrical work. Let me just show you over here. This will give you an idea of how much wiring, just a part of it going through that the main junction box area here. Well, the junction's in the garage for the electrical, but all the other wires connect coming out of that wall there. It just shows you how they're plugging along on all the progress of this house. Aansly's build right now, kind of want to go over some of his beautiful tile he's got laid down here. And in the Philippines here, they use a different style of tiling. It's called a hard pack, and you can see the hard pack right there. And the hard pack is actually used, it's actually a mixture of sand and cement with virtually very, very little or no water at all. It's to the bottom portion of it, they add a little softer texture, and then they actually put the hard pack down. You can see how thick it is. It looks to be like 3 inches, and they use that to get the floors level and to cover all the conduit that's on the ground with wires running through it. But it's also used for to make sure that these tiles can get the exact level that they require. Versus in the States, they use the actual foundation, or the pour on the cement is really close, or almost close to perfect, or at least they do a really good job, because it's all done through an actual pump that's put in. So here it's a lot thicker. They use that hard pack, and then they attach. You can see the back of the tile, a tile over there, and they put an adhesive on the back of that tile that goes on the hard pack, and you can see that it's intentionally left the way it's done. That they lay it down, and then they'll tap it in with a hammer to get the level that they require, to get that perfect level across the tiles on it. So we're gonna kind of stay with these guys and watch the process, and also learn a little bit, educate myself for that as well. You can see right there where they're actually putting adhesive down on it on the back of this tile right here. That's the foreman over there who's putting that down. Ask him how long he's been laying tile, babe.
Kuya, ilang years ka na ba nagaganyan? How many years ka na nagaganyan? Naglagay ng tile? 10 to 15 years.
How much?
10 to 15 years.
So the foreman's actually been laying tile for over 10 years, probably closer to 15 is what my wife was just the answer that she got from him. So these guys go from job site. These are a special crew that the builder subcontracts out. That's all they do is tiling, and it's a good fit for both the subcontractor and the workers here too. Instead of having a dedicated, having these guys who go back and forth in the trades, this is all these guys do. So they subcontract them out, which is it's a good thing. I mean, from a homeowner who's having to pay for a build, I like that idea because the fact that it actually keeps the labor focused on what's going on without having to spend a lot of time supervising these guys. A lot of times they'll score. They leave it uneven and will score the back. So when they tap that onto the hard pack, it allows that it allows the actual tile to adhere and level out. So we're going to check it out, stay with this guy, and watch the process. We were here yesterday, and I was getting an education. So they'll set up one or two spots as it goes along, and then they'll lay the tiles in after they get it leveled out. They have that adhesive setting up right now, and you can see that it's even with the tile laying against the wall, it's not going to come down. See how they score that hard pack? That's a trick that they learned. They score that, and then when they put the tile down with the adhesive, when they tap it in, it goes in. It spreads into those holes to give them the secure, that super secure fit on the as it dries up, as it sets up, and they'll tap it into place, and you can hear the noise. That's the way a lot of these guys work. Is they go along and they tap behind it to see not only do they get the levelness on there, but they don't get that solid, they don't get that hollow ring to it. That's how they can tell that they've got a good fix. And they have their string lines laid up that they start off their sections with. Wish I would have got out here, been out here early in the morning when they started, because they could show you where the sections where they start off, and it's just like they do. Everybody's got their own style, but it's the same way they do in the States. Hold that. Just hold it. Just hold it right there. Get around over here, we get a better angle, see what they're doing. Ask them how long it'll take to do this section. Ask Kuya how long it'll take to complete this whole section.
Kuya, sa dito lang, isang araw natapos to? 2 to 3 days to finish this area here.
For this whole front area?
Yeah, just right here.
Okay. We just asked the foreman, and it says it's going to take them a couple of days to actually lay this tile down here, which surprised me. I actually thought they would have all of this this completed in under, because they started this morning, and it looks like 2 days they should have this whole section done. But as they go from room to room, they're not using the same tile. They're using different colored tiles, because that's the decision the homeowners made. I'll actually show you some of the beautiful tile that's it's over there. So now they're moving up to the next spot. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he lays that next tile down, and then we'll move to. And while I'm standing here, I can show you actually have a nice view of the ceilings. They're not finished yet, but they're all in place now. Now they got to clean up all the truss. They got to put their stocking in. And they got to cover all the nail holes. Still got a lot of work to do, but the progress is coming along. So I know Aansly's happy. Smoothing that hard pack out right now. The foreman's, they got one guy laying the hard pack. Foreman's mixing the adhesive on the back there. Put a little bit of water just to keep it moist. It's amazing. You would think with how little water they use, because what I'm used to seeing and what I've done as a homeowner in the past laying my tile, it's that the grout and the thin set that you're using. Where the thin set goes on the back of the tiles, and the grout's obviously the grout lines that fill each tile next to each other. But thin set's a big thing in the States, where it's pretty wet. It's almost like a pancake batter mix, that texture, or like peanut butter. And you can see the different styles here. And it's not that one style is better than others. It's just that wherever the environment that you're working at or the conditions that you need to do are just a better fit. I mean, they have to have this hard pack in order to kind of adjust for the thickness, because you can see the conduit cables on the ground, and you can see how much thicker it has to be over the top of that in order to lay this tile down. Because I mean, a thin set in the States wouldn't work. There's no way, because it's way too thin. So in this particular build, you can see all the conduit that's laid there, and that's because he's got, with all the internet, with all the CCTV, with all the security systems he's got in, and this is going to be a smart house. So they've had to run extra wiring in this particular build versus a traditional build because of all the electrical components that are going in here. And you can see how they slap that down in there. And I watch them, and they're laying a level on this. I watched them earlier, and they were laying a level on as they go along. But this tile is beautiful when it gets cleaned up. I mean, there's a lot of dirt on it right now because they're in the process of laying it, but you'll see that the tile is actually very, very beautiful. Let's transition over to one of the bedrooms over there, and we'll show you the different colors that are taking place over there. Here we're actually in one of the bedrooms right now, and you can see that the tile that's being laid. It's kind of hard with all the stuff that's on the floor. And this is the same process that they use. They use that hard pack. You can see how nice it's turning out. It's nice color with the design. And if you look up here, here's a better shot of the ceilings that have just got put into place. Well, they're still putting the drywall. They're going to put the insulation in and another layer of drywall into that side there, but they're in the process of working on it. So let's go check out one of the other rooms, see if we can get another look on the tile.
Yeah.
Here they're actually finishing up. They had to knock. This tells you how particular the builder was here. You can see this area here that my fingers at this whole side here. You can see where they actually had to knock the plaster off the coat because the builder was not happy with the wall thickness. I wouldn't say the wall thickness, but when they laid a level on it for the door jambs, it didn't look right. So they're knocking the plaster. They knocked the old plaster off and they're redoing it. And they actually had put the door jambs in now, and then they backfill the door jambs in after they get them all level. And after they get them nailed, after they get them in, and then they backfill them with cement. And then after the cement dries, they'll nail it in place. And you can see how the ceilings are up here. You can see how they're putting the cement on, and the nice styles to the nice curved door entries that give the house a lot of accent. And that's the thing about this build. He's got a lot of those little things that you're not used to seeing typically out here. I mean, unless you get into the real higher end of homes here. But he's got, like I said, that if you look at the way the doors are finished, the entry doors or the pass-through doors for these closets. And you can see one of his doors that he's got currently nice style here that he's got put in. That's all made out of mahogany. Same thing with the door jambs. They've done this is an actual door jamb that's been completed. So you get to see the process. Sorry for the background noise out here. They got a lot of work going on. busy construction site. And you can see my build across the street. Work continues on, but at least the good part about today is it's cleared up for right now. Didn't think it was because it was raining this morning early, but it had intermittent rain when we first got on the job site a couple hours ago. But it's looking pretty good now. Here's a shot of the actual putting the ceiling in. You can see the drywall that's it's below me, the stacks, and that channel support they have there is for that holds those drywalls in place. But what's underneath it is interesting too, because you can see all the electrical conduit that's run through these ceilings for all the ceiling fans that you'll never see once everything's covered up. There's a ton of electrical work. And let me just show you over here. This will give you an idea of how much wiring, just a part of it going through that the main junction box area here. Well, the junction's in the garage for the electrical, but all the other wires connect coming out of that wall there. It just shows you how they're plugging along on all the progress of this house. So folks, we're gonna call it a day for today, and I want to thank everybody for watching and supporting us. If you like these videos, just hit that subscribe button on there, and if you have any comments too, let us know, and we'll try to get those questions answered for you. Folks, take care now and stay safe. God bless.